Community and my fans, all of my fans out there. Hello, good evening. Whatever it is you are addicted to, please enjoy. Life is short. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share. Right, I've got this story that I wanted to kind of say. I've been meaning to sort of like tell this story for quite a while, but I've never had the time to get around to it, really. Anyway, I haven't written anything down. I'm just gonna say how I feel it, how it comes up from the top of my head, right? This is a bit of my past in Leicester. Some of you might not, so all my international people out there in America, Uganda, Japan, wherever it is that you are, Nigeria, Ghana, Korea, wherever it is that you may be. Leicester is a place in the Midlands, in England, right? It's like in the east, Midland, in the east side of the. You see a map of England. You get to the middle of it, onto the east. That's where Leicester is. Back in 1995, I wasn't a very clever guy. I wasn't a very sharp guy, very clever guy. I was a tearaway, as they say. I was a bad man, as they say, right? Anyway, living in London, where there was a vibe, there was a great energy. The energy in London in 1995 was something to be bestowed. Music, the culture, the food, the birth of that era. Even the summertime those days were a lot better than they are these days. Anyway, us black lads, we were out there. We were out there earning money, anywhere we could. The best way we knew how to earn money was, unfortunately, as I said, I wasn't a very sharp guy. Was to either rob people, burgle their houses, whatever comes to mind. They used to call me Louis Lash. Yeah? Because when I see something, I lash it. Not a lot of you people out there know this about me, but I'm telling you now, as I have the platform to tell you and to try and deter you from criminal activities, right? So they called me Louis Lash. They used to call me Louis, anyway, for whatever reason. So anyway, I was used to get in a car, right? Drive around. You see an opportunity to see a woman with a wallet, with a handbag. We wouldn't even think twice, right? We're going to take it. I'll lash it, take it. And all of this caught up to me, caught up to us. It caught us, right? So when the police caught us, at the time I was still educated. I was going to college. I was still trying to do the right thing. During that period of time, I was a trainee fitness instructor. So I was living a double life. On one hand, I was living a legitimate life, credible life, up and an upcoming, good citizen. But on the other hand, I had these bad friends that were just there in my life that you just could not get rid of. They were just there. So, we go and do certain things without thinking twice. Me not knowing that this is obviously going to catch up with me later in life, right? So, as I said, I was lashing things, burglaring houses, all that stuff. And then I got caught. One day, when I got caught we went to court. I had my co-defendants there. Some of them went to jail. And because it was my first offence, they gave me a choice, right? You either go to jail or we send you to a bail hostel away from these bad influences. Because what am I going to say? I'm going to say hostel, right? But little did I know, it was in another fucking. It was in another city. I'm in London. I'm told to go to Leicester and live there on my own in a hostel. So I went there. I left my flat in London. Flat was there, you know. I didn't even think about getting my mum to look after the flat or anyone to look after the flat. It was just me and my Jack Jones. I went up to Leicester to live in this hostel, right? Me on my own. Anyway, got to the hostel. Everyone saw me. Who's this boy? They knew I was a London boy, right? London people around there were scared of London boys. The fact I was a London boy gave me credit, gave me street cred, gave me some invisibility cloak, right? So I'm there in this place where there are all these other criminals in this hostel, right? From Leicester. Don't know who the fuck they are. Some of them are strung out on fucking drugs. Some of them are tough looking. Some of them are big motherfuckers. And there's just me, like black lads from Leicester. Don't get me wrong, I was a bit scared. But back in those days, I didn't know fear, right? It was just pure adrenaline every day. So I got to this place now. And I'm, mixing with people, as you do. Then they start talking with me, right? I'm thinking, what the fuck are these people talking about? The fuck? What do you mean nout? What do you mean nout? What's nout? What do you mean nout? It took me ages to discover that nout meant nothing. In Leicester, when they say nout, that means nothing, right? NOWT, that means nothing. Like in Leicester, I didn't know what the fuck that meant, but eventually I came around to the local lingo, right? Anyway, I'm in Leicester, right, in this hostel. Everyone smokes weed, even the hostel workers smoke weed. The big hostel workers smoke weed. We should be looking after you. They smoke weed, and here's me in my room, getting to know the people. Then suddenly, right now, it's a worrying time for Mum. Out of nowhere, I had this food. I think it was cheese on toast. After I had that food, I blacked out. Blacked out in this hostel. I started beating up people, kicking people, fighting people, get off me and shit like that. That was the first time I had a blackout. I was in that hostel. Anyway, didn't bother me at the time anyway. Days went by, weeks went by. Started to know the place. I started to feel invincible because I knew I was a London man. None of them could touch me. So, weeks, months in the same hostel. It's the girls that I met. The time I had, the nightclubs. Mark Morrison was in Leicester, I knew Mark Morrison. I went to the colleges. I knew Emil Heskey's brothers, Santana, Revelino. I knew Dion Dublin's brother who taught me in college. He was in my hostel, working in my hostel as well, Dion Dublin. I knew all these people in Leicester, right? And then in Leicester, did something bad again, right? Landed myself in jail, Welford Road in Leicester. I think I did some robbery or something in the town centre. The next thing I know now, there was police. Get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car. I'm thinking, what the fuck is this, bruv? I'm about to get shot here or something. Is this not you that we're after you? We're after you. I knew I was caught. Bam. They locked me away for 6 months. So they gave me a year. I did 6 months, came out again in Leicester. Right? Came out, things were a bit different, you know. I was a bit more settled, a bit more calm. And then after that hostel, they gave me a flat somewhere near to the prison I went to, up Knightsbridge Road. So during this time, I'm there doing my thing, you know, meeting a lot of girls, going out, working here, going to college here, as you do, you know, meeting all these people. Before that, sorry, let me get to a point before I got to the flat. I got sent to another hostel, right? Another hostel in Lincoln Street. That's in a place near Highfields in Leicester. Highfields and Lincoln St Matthews, and it's like Highfields, St Matthews, Lincoln Street. Yeah, Highfields is a ghetto area. Right? That area there, you don't go unless you know people up there, right? And me being a London man, I kind of kept away because you know that's their area, right? So, but St Matthews was alright. I knew people there. I knew some girls up there. Who knew other people in Highfields. I used to go and score weed up there. I knew this girl up there one time, right? Me and her were close, right? We weren't together, but we was close because she had a man. But we was close. But the man was jealous of me still. But we were close, right? And then, anyway, during that time, I was beginning to like feel a bit vulnerable. You know, people were beginning to know me a little bit now. I'm beginning to kind of let my guard down. And that wasn't a good thing for me to let my guard down during this time. So then after this, you know, I met some people up St Matthews, some guy called Riff Raff. If you know some guy called Riff Raff in Highfields, you know about Riff Raff. And you know about Kiddy. Me and Kiddy was alright. I used to go and score weed off Kiddy. Kiddy was alright, a good guy in St Matthews. He was. So all these people in a ghetto of Leicester, I kind of mixed with still. Then I met one Italian girl. This Italian girl lived in a hostel that I used to live at. No, she lived in a hostel that I was living at now. This Italian girl was going out with a guy, the biggest gangster in Leicester at the time, called Soldier Man. They called this guy Soldier Man in Leicester. Yeah? If you know about Soldier, back in the 90s, if you know about Soldier Man, you will fucking know. But this Italian girl was going out with him. But I come onto the scene and I'm going out with this Italian girl. I wasn't scared. Because she was fit. She had a little kid, right? And I swear she wasn't treating him right. You know, some funny things going on in that place, right? I don't know, I didn't get it. But hey, I was young at the time. So anyway, the Italian girl now. One time we was in the bed. This woman she must have just tied my hands to the post. I'm fucking naked on the bed, right? And she tied my feet to the bedpost, tied my arms to the fucking. This bitch could have killed me there and then, or whatever. She could have done whatever she wanted to do to me there and then, because I was completely incapacitated, bruv. So anyway, I'm on his bed, right, fucking naked, and a door to the front, and a door to the open to the streets just there, like, you know, and the bedroom was just there. And I'm fucking naked like this, bruv. So I'm thinking, what's going on in this place, bruv? And then she starts calling her girlfriends. I got this boy naked in my room and all that shit there. But me and her were close, you know. We became close. But listen, the amount of girls I had in Leicester. Leicester was a place where, mate, Leicester, I loved that Leicester, right? I loved it. I want to get to the next part, but I'm going to wait to get to that part. But before I get to that part, I'm going to build up. I'm going to keep on building what happened in Leicester. Because after that time in that hostel, I got given a flat in Knightsbridge, right? This flat was great, you know, it was great. And I met a girl called Susanna, blonde, beautiful girl. I was with another girl at the time as well, but I met this girl called Susanna. Fucking gorgeous girl, bruv. And even she was with a black guy that was like, you know, a gangster in Leicester. But I seem to be meeting these girls, right? But I felt for her. I felt for this girl, you know. Whether it's love, I don't know what it was, bruv. But this girl, I liked her a lot because she was there when I just moved into this flat, and I didn't have anyone looking after me. I had nobody, right? I'm a Londoner to Leicester from a hostel straight into a flat. It was lovely. Then I got a job in Walker's Crisp, yeah, packing crisp at the Walker's Lineker fucking whatever that was. So I was working there for a while, and then doing the same thing. This is after I got out of jail. Things was fine. Then things just became so monotonous. It got boring, you know. Life started to close in on me. Reality started to set in on me, right? I couldn't take reality. With me now, I like to have fun and play because I never had no one to guard me, to protect me, to like make me serious, right, at the time. So I had to like find a way to create life, create some kind of life within me. But I didn't have it on me. I didn't have it at the time when I was in London because I didn't have no one to look after me. So when I was over there, I made a lot of friends, made a lot of enemies. And I will get to that in a minute, the enemies that I made. So I'm working at Walker's Crisp. A couple of months go by, and I met this guy called Quincy. He had a twin brother. No, I met a guy called Spider. Me and Spider were close. This black guy called Spider, yeah. Because back in the days in Leicester, there was we used to go to different places, right? All this Asian, because the Asian culture in Leicester was big. It's still big now, but back in the days it was massive, bruv. And we didn't see them being Asians. We just saw them being part of us and us being part of them. You know? I had a lot of Asian girlfriends as well that I met. Fucked. Met a girl called Geeta. She was nice. She had a nice car. Anyway, before Geeta, yeah, I met this guy called Spider. I used to hang around. Yeah, we used to hang around like in the city, in the town centre. We used to go around places and get girls and whatnot and all that. But then one day came along, right, when this guy Spider tried to fucking kiss me. This guy Spider tried to fucking kiss me. At the same time, I knew another guy called Quincy, right? Because Quincy knew Spider, but Quincy knew about what Spider does, what he's up to, who this guy is. And then I found out this guy, and I'm like, what the fuck is this geezer doing, bruv? He goes, oh, you're such a nice guy. You're such a nice guy. You're such a good guy. I'm like, what the fuck? This is a new one for me, you know? That's the first time that I knew knew about anything gayish. It's the first time in my life I ever knew anything about gay. I know I was in my 20s, yeah, but it never occurred to me that shit would happen to me, or that shit would dawn upon me. But anyway, from that moment on, we stopped hanging out, right? and it was me and Quincy. Quincy now, he had a twin brother. His twin brother died some time ago. I don't know when, but he died. So just me and Quincy used to hang around. But Quincy was fiery, bruv. When I say this geezer was fiery, he was like a Jekyll and Hyde guy. He was more like me, but a bit more unpredictable. You can't tell what this geezer's thinking. But I had him like, it's like it's like I was his bigger brother. It's like I was. How do I explain this? In some respects, I was wary of this guy. I was wary of him. I was kind of not scared of him, but I was wary of him. But he respected me because he knew that I don't fuck around. I wasn't a man to be fucked around with back in them days. Seriously, I wasn't. Anyway, so we hung around together, and every now and again we go out, check some gal and all that stuff there. And then one day we fell out, right? We fell out. And this is where the part 2 begins of my final days in Leicester. Because of Quincy and the next guy, this big of a guy. With me now, in them days, I didn't know my place. I didn't know my place. All I knew is I'm a Londoner. And we Londoners, we don't give a fuck, bruv. Yeah, we run things in the 90s. We used to run things in Londoners. So anyway, that's part 1. Part 2. I'll carry on with the story now. Part 2. Quincy and another guy. Quincy was a cool guy with me at first. We were cool at first, but he wasn't scared of me. But he respected me. That was it. So Quincy knew another guy, a big guy. This guy was a Leicester, he was a Leicester guy, right? Another black guy, another Leicester black guy, but he was on my level, but older than me. Yeah, a bit more mature than me, but a dangerous guy. At the same time, he was a dangerous guy. When this guy drinks, he's a different person, bruv. So I was wary of him still. These people, when you meet these people, you can't show weakness. You can't show it. You can't show an ounce of weakness, bruv. Yeah. So you gotta keep up the front. We used to go out raving. We used to go out chat on mics. A guy called MC Skibbity, God rest his soul. So we used to go his raves, his clubs. We used to go to all these Heartless crew. And there's another guy who used to hang out called Anthony. I think there was 3 of us. I think we were the good-looking guys, right? There was 3 guys. Light skin. There was 3 light-skinned guys, yeah. And there was me. I was a dark-skinned guy. And I used to think I was better looking than them. And they used to laugh at me because they used to think I'm dark-skinned, so I'm not good-looking. But I used to get girls still. But I didn't used to get the girls that they used to get. But even though I used to think that I'm all that, even though I wasn't all that. And looking back now, they are the ones that were all that. Do you get what I mean? Because they used to get more girls than me, and they were light skinned. Let's be fair. If you're light skinned, you get more girls. It's as simple as. Even though I did get my fair share of the girls, but if you're light skinned, you get more girls. So we had this constant dialogue going on, this constant narrative going on. I'm better looking than you. I'm better looking than you. All the fucking time. It was fun. It was a joke. So anyway, these were those set of friends. But there was always set of friends that I had who were more hard knocks. So anyway, one day, me and Quincy fell out, right? I can't remember exactly what happened. But one of Quincy's friends said something about me or whatever. I don't know what he said to someone, but he told people about me. Some gossips he spread about me. And before I knew it now, all 7 niggas started chasing me from one place to the next. Right, I'm a Jack John, right? And these 7 fucking niggas chasing me into this school. So I run into this grammar school where my ex-girlfriend used to work. Like where she used to go to. It's got this white girl, fit girl. And she used to go to this grammar school, just past the town centre. So I ran into that place now, and there's these 6 niggas chasing me with knives, bruv. I run in there, and then the teachers kind of saved me still. And they kind of saved me, and I'm like, okay, they saved me. How am I going to get out of here and get back home and all that kind of shit? But eventually I made it home because when they left. But one of the guys that was with the friends I saw the guy on his own. Yeah. When I saw this guy on his own, I come up to him now. Yeah, and I fucked him up, bruv. No disrespect, yeah, to my YouTube viewers and my fans. I held him. I strangled him. At the time, this is the story I'm telling you. I don't mean to be controversial or hard hitting or provocative. Just what happened at the time. So I strangled this geezer, right? And this geezer's on the floor, like, you know what I mean, crying and everything. So then I let him go. And then I go, listen, bruv. I just talk. I go, listen, you better tell your mates, okay, stay the fuck away from me, you know. And then from there on, I was cool. All them people didn't come nowhere near me anymore. They didn't come nowhere near me anymore because of what I done to that guy. That's how you deal with bullies, yeah? That's how you deal with them people. You make an affirmative statement and they will know that they can't be fucking with you. So anyway, to all this, I met this white girl called Emma. As I said, from like grammar school, right? Pretty girl. Me and her was like tight as well, you know. She had a car. She couldn't drive to save her life, bruv. I used to like, you know, let's just say I wasn't very nice to her when she was driving. I wasn't very nice. I wasn't very, because back in those days, I was a bad man. I was a bad man, but a fun bad. I was a fun-loving criminal, as they say. Trust me, I've done well to be here right now, looking like this. I've done very well, if I may say so myself. So this girl now, she had rich parents, you know, very rich. Me and her was tight, and then eventually we broke up. I don't know what happened. We broke up. So I know I'm skipping a lot of bits because I'm forgetting a lot of bits. A lot of bits that I'm forgetting. Like my time at the college, time in school, some of my time with time in jail that I ain't talked about yet. My time in the hostels, my time. But I'm basically just going through what happened whilst I was there for 3 years. So then I get this car. My first car was a mini metro. Yeah, I bought it off this woman that lived next door to me in a flat that I got in Leicester. This black mini metro. Now I used that car to drive to London. Like it was about 100 miles. So I used to drive to London, from Leicester to London, to see my friends in London. Like it was. So whenever I would go back, it would just seem like I'm going to a new place. London had changed since I was last there. It would seem like I'm going to a new place, and I will feel revitalized going back to Leicester. I would, you know, go on the motorway and just drive to 100 miles at least, and then come back the following day. I would meet my other girl, so another girl in London, Colette. God rest in peace. She died some years back of anemia. Anemia. Yeah. So yes. I would drive to London and back and forth, and I would do this so often that it became more that I missed London rather than keep staying in Leicester, because I felt that I wore my stay out in Leicester. I feel like I wore my welcome out. People were now onto me. They were now seeing like, yeah, he's on his own out here. We can really hurt this motherfucker, right? And I was catching on to that, and I was feeling vulnerable now. When you start working and you start being vulnerable, then you're fair game. You're dead cert. So anyway, I after like 3 years of being in Leicester, I made that decision to move back to London. So I came back to London, to my flat, which was still there. After 3 years, like, I find out my mum was renting it out to someone. Like, she was getting the money, obviously. She didn't give me shit, yeah. So she was lucky enough renting my flat out to someone, getting the money, getting paid, and she didn't give me none. That's okay, as long as the flat was still there. So I came from Leicester back in that flat in 1998. Came back to London. So I spent 3 years in Leicester, which has seemed like an eternity, of course. So back in London to the daily grind. I'm gonna leave it right there for now, but I will delve back into some subsections of that story that I missed in jail and other bits in Leicester. But that was my life in Leicester. Dramatic, but fun and eventful and emotional. I would not change it for anyone. That made me who I am today. It gave me some some characteristics that I now got today. Anyway, if you like the story, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Because I've got more to tell you. I've got a lot more stories to tell you, fans. Yeah, so stay tuned. As I say, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.